Hello again, this is John Dunn with Dingo's PDR of Atlanta. Today we're doing a kind of an oversized dent down here in Ellenwood, Georgia. So this dent here, I'm a feeling most of it'll come out. I'm going to try to come in through right here. It's kind of a small little gap. There's also this option here to pull out this spacer. There'll be action there. And if that fails, I could probably just pull off this whole thing, pull off this interior trim cover, and should be able to get really good access then. I'm trying to minimize the access. As learned in our other video, sometimes too much access is too much access. Sometimes people ask me about my light. Is the light being used to take the dent out? Actually, no, the light is used to see the dent, as you can see. So this is what I see. Now what we have here is a dent that comes up around this. And then we got a little something right here. This is a result of the gentleman backing into something, and so what we have here is almost what we would call a compound dent, a dent within a dent. Okay, so the small hole was a little bit too small, so I pulled the little grommet out, or the spacer. We're just going to stick this up through there, and let's just see what we can do. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's slipped. And we'll just work it up some more. Alright, so this tool is a classic hockey stick. Put it in there. We're working. Look at that. Good metal. We're going to take my little knockdown. Believe it or not, that's a $25 tool. I like to make them, but this is the one we need for this. This is a homemade knockdown. I like it a lot better. There's actually a nail punch that I've kind of ground off and smoothed off. See there. Better if I did that, huh? You'll notice I moved my light. It's important that we move the light. We want to be able to make sure that from 360 degrees that the dent has been worked as well as possibly can be worked. Okay, so I have a general rule, particularly when I'm teaching other technicians how to do dents. I tell them it takes 10% of the time to do 90% of the dent, and the remaining 90% of the time to do the remaining 10% of the dent. It's just science, the trade, whatever. So here's really what I've been working on. I'm going to go back and smooth this just a little bit more, maybe a little polish on there, maybe get down a little bit more and fine-tune that. But as you can see, there's still edges that I have to deal with. So I got to deal with all this too. And there'll also be some residual stuff down here. Looks like most of the additional work will be up here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a little bit of this. This is a 3M machine polish. I found in my probably going on 30 years in the car business that 3M makes the best products when it comes to just little surface repairs. This is, I wish they were paying me for it, because they would probably pay well for this little plug. But the truth is, 3M makes good stuff. Now, got a little bit of a problem with this because it looks like that the 3M product did not work completely, and the reason is that there's paint missing, and I'll show it to you. So looking right there, you can see that there is a little bit of paint missing, and that's not something that I take care of. Just maybe a little touch up from the dealer, but you do have to order that from the dealership. These days, it's really hard to buy from a, from a parts store, chain parts store. They don't supply it anymore. Anything that's really accurate. Take your paint coat in to the dealership. They'll get you a nice little tube of paint. This would have to have two. This would have to have first the paint and then a clear. I tried to do that a minute ago with one hand on the camera phone and one hand pushing, and I'm just going to do it with two hands. Alright, so there's the dent. A little high, I'll probably knock it down a little bit more right in here. Then we're going to start working this area up here. It's a 9-ounce dead blow hammer. I really dig it. It's going to knock down, we got some buckles up there I pointed out earlier. Just going to knock these out. What's interesting is, I don't know if you can hear it at home, but sometimes you can hear the tone kind of beep, 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 beep. So listen to that noise. Hear it? Hear it? It's funny, isn't it? Working this up here again. I kind of worked this area right here above. There's low right there. I've got it kind of out. I got most of this kind of squeezed in as much as it's going to be from the hammering I did earlier, and so I'm just trying to get that last little bit of low. You get some of these little lows I put in with the hammering, but that's not to be helped other than to go back and fix it. Okay, so here's an example of why we try to hit all sides of that dent, because as good as it looks from the other side, it does not look quite so good right now. So I've got to take care of these. These are really kind of what we refer to as railroad tracks. So you're doing a hail dent, I mean not a hail dent, but a kind of more of a crease, which is what the middle dent was. You need to make sure you take care of all of those railroad tracks. They also kind of look like stitches. Okay, so I've got the stitches kind of high. There's no more stitches. It's just kind of a high thing again. And so, again, this.
Oh, excuse me.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
That's exactly what I was hoping for.
All right.
One guy was talking, well, I would drill a hole. No, you ain't drilling no damn holes in there.
All right, so we are done with this car, and I'm here with Mr. Donnie Johnson, Elliewood, Georgia. What do you think of this repair, Mr. Johnson?
Dingo saved my baby.
Dingo saved my baby. Yes,
Yes.
sir. Yes, sir. Thanks for watching. Dingo's PDR is a totally mobile service providing paintless dent repair services throughout Metro Atlanta. We service motorcycle tanks as well, hail damage. We work with insurance companies. Dingo's PDR can be reached at 770-979-5356 or on the web at dingospdr.com. You can also find us on all social media.